Coach, congratulations on another successful year. Although we were not able to defend the PCAC title, tell us why you think this year was a success.
Well, as I've said before, we had a lot of injuries this year, and we really had to move a lot of people around. And for us to have the success that we had, only losing 4 games on the year, going into playoffs, tying San Bernardino Valley twice, 1-1 here, 0-0 up there, San Bernardino Valley being in the Final Four this weekend. I felt like the girls really responded well to all the adversity we had through the year, and really picked it up, won a playoff game, went to double overtime in the second playoff game. I really felt like they peaked at the right time at the end of the year, and it was exciting to see them do that.
Speaking on that a little bit more, we've talked about it all year long with our interviews. Can you remember a season when you had so many obstacles to go through, from shuffling your lineups, asking players to play out of position? Tell us about that, and how did the team respond to what the coaching staff had asked from them?
I think that's what the most pleasing part of the whole experience for me was the team never questioned why we had to do it. If I had to play out of position, there was never any moaning and groaning. Every single time that we needed someone to step up and step into a new role, they did it. Nikki Miranda was probably the perfect example of that. She played left back, she played right back, she played center mid, she played the 6 for us, she played up top. She played wherever I asked her, and that was really the team mentality. Anytime I needed to put someone in a different spot, they never complained about it because they knew it was good for the team. So I was really, really pleased about the efforts because of, it was a real team effort throughout the whole year.
It's that time of the year again when you have players moving on. It's always hard when you have players for 2 years and they move on. Can you tell us some of the players that, that's going to move on, that's definitely going to leave a void in the program? And furthermore, with the returning players, what are we expecting for them for next season? But let's start off with the sophomores that are moving forward.
Yeah, I would say, we're going to miss every single sophomore, and I think that's a testament to them growing throughout the program. We had 2 sophomores that saw very, very little time in their freshman year, and this year were full 90-minute game starters, which that's what you want in a program. You want your players to get better every year. And so to have impact players like a Brianna Gonzalez who played sparingly her first year but played 90 minutes in every game this year, we're gonna miss her because of her leadership in the back, her ability to use her head to win everything in the air and to score goals with her head. We're going to miss Carly Ironside. I know she had a kind of an injury-riddled season, but her leadership was fantastic this year. And for her to come back and play in those playoff games was really a boost for her and for our team. We're going to miss Madison Cosgrove, one of our leading scorers. Sophia Salas, another forward who ended up being our leading scorer on the year. Both of those forwards are going to be big-time missed. And I've already mentioned Nikki Miranda. She's a freshman. Hopefully we get her back, but she's already been in school for 3 years now, so she might be moving on. She's getting a lot of looks, a lot of interest at the next level.
What do you think so far has been, or this year, what do you think has been the most memorable moment of the season? And also, give us a little recap on what happened last week against double overtime against Santa Barbara College.
I think we had 2 real memorable moments this year. The first one was our tie up at San Bernardino Valley. I don't think we might not get into the playoffs if we don't tie that game at San Bernardino Valley. And at the time, we were injury-ridden. Carly was not playing. We had Nikki Miranda out on a red card violation, so she had to sit a game. 10 minutes into the game, Yasmin Ortega, one of our freshman starting midfielders, goes down and gets hit in the head and is out with concussion symptoms. So we really had to use our bench and really kind of move people around them for that game. And so I was really proud of the girls to go up there and get a 0-0 tie against a team that's in the Final Four this weekend. The other real proud moment was our home playoff win against Southwestern. That was a validation, vindication of what we thought we were the better team all year, and we just didn't get it done at home. And then when we went down there, we lost 1-0, and we always felt like we were the better team. So to get that 2-0 win at home in that first round of the playoff game, I thought was a real satisfying moment, not only for us as coaching staff, but for the team as well. Double overtime game against Santa Barbara was a real tough game, and to be honest, they're a very good team. And they'd only given up 1 goal all year at their stadium at home. They'd only surrendered. They hadn't lost in 2.5 years at home. And so when we tied the game up in the 75th minute to get 1-1 and only give them their second goal against it all year, I think it kind of shocked them. And I was really proud of the way that we responded after going down a goal in the second half. We played really, really hard. The girls, again, had to play out of position. I had to put Madison Cosgrove, one of our leading scorers, as forward as a defender for the last 2 overtime periods. And we just, we came up a little short. We made a few mistakes in giving away too many corner kicks with 5 minutes left to go. You give away 3 corner kicks in a row, and it's going to be tough to kind of get over that onslaught. And the girls did well, and it was just unfortunate that we didn't get to PKs, because I thought we had a real good chance of advancing next round if we got to PKs.
So now that we're in off-season, what are the plans for the players? And also kind of thinking forward, what do we have to look forward to next season?
The girls finish up their finals in the next 2 weeks, and then we will come back in the spring and start training. We train twice a week down in the stadium, and then we look forward to 4 non-traditional games. We've already scheduled one. We're playing April 14th at Cal State San Marcos. I always try to play Division II, Division I type programs, so that our athletes can get a taste of what that level is like, and also get recruited by those teams that they play against. So I think it's a real good opportunity for them to play in some high-level games in the spring. I expect big things from next year. I think there's a lot of sophomores that we're going to be missing, but I think there's a lot of freshmen that are going to step in and be able to fill some of those voids. We're going to return, in my mind, one of the best center midfielders probably in our conference next year, in Yasmin Ortega. She was fantastic this year. She was hurt for probably the first third of the year with a concussion, but I expect big things from her next year. I thought Kenya Dantu, one of our forwards up top, was very, very good in the latter half of the season. Really kind of grew into herself and really got some confidence in playing up top and was dangerous going forward. I think we're going to have some people step up in the back. Alexis Swazal is very good. She was one of our center backs. She's going to have to be a leader back there next year. And I can't tell you how happy we are to get Alyssa Warner back for another year. She ended up winning the starting goalkeeper job. She was fantastic at Santa Barbara. We don't stay in that game without Alyssa's. I think she had 8 saves, and all of them were quality saves. So to have a goalkeeper, to have that foundation come back, and someone as good as she is, we're real excited to have her for another year.
So Todd, going your 22nd year, and with that, over 300 wins. Tell us, what makes you keep coming back?
It's something almost like what happened today. We met for the first time since the playoff loss, and for me, I got a real joy for seeing those girls getting back together, and they really enjoy being here and being a part of the program and seeing each other and really being a team. I love seeing how we can grow these athletes into better people, better players, and really a full team. And in the last 3 weeks even, I've had alumni come back to my office and kind of give me updates. Hey, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm working, I have a child and this and that. And to see all those girls come back and really appreciate the time that they had here and really enjoy the moments of things we did on the soccer field and off the soccer field, those are probably the most rewarding things for me, and it makes me keep going for sure.
Expand a little bit on that. Now, if a player is thinking about attending Mesa and joining the soccer program, tell us why that athlete should consider Mesa and the athletics here.
We've had a very successful program here for 21 years. Like you said, we've gone to the state playoffs 18 of my 21 years, and we've won 11 conference championships. The success that you're going to get on the field is going to help you off the field as well. We've done very well in the classroom, and like I said before, we transfer probably half of our team every year to either go on and play or just go on and continue their education. And I think, in my mind, the most important thing is that they're going on and they're getting their education and they're becoming members of society that really want to do good in the community. And so I've always thought that the best thing is they become soccer players, they become people, they become better people, but at the end of the day, they're really moving on and finishing out their goals. And a lot of that has to do with the soccer success that they've seen throughout the years.
Well, thank you for your time, Coach. We'll look forward to next season. If someone were interested in getting a hold of you, how can they contact you?
Yeah, the best way is to go on the website. Both my email and my phone number are on there. T Curran at sdccd.edu or 388-2430. Both of those contact information is on the website. We'd love to hear from anyone who's interested in our program.